Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. I was at work earlier and I got a notification, like an analog tweet notification, and I like looking at them, especially like the retro game loops. But to my surprise, it was a tweet containing a whole bunch of information. So in this video, we're going to have a look at the information given in this tweet. We'll go through some of like the release notes for the firmware updates, and we'll have a look at Analogue's website. So before we go further in, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is always super duper appreciated. So let's have a look at this tweet. So from Analogue earlier today, just a few hours ago, Analogue 3D shipping delayed to July 2025. Oh, so that is disappointing, I know, to some people, because it was supposed to be out Q1, right? So unfortunately they're unable to make that. But one thing that I have learned since covering like FPGA and retro gaming in general, delays pretty much seem to be inevitable. So hopefully it will come out in July. So I'm not sure exactly what the reasoning behind this is, whether it's something to do with the new tariffs imposed because markets seem to be in a certain type of turmoil, or whether, you know, there's some issues with development or just kind of finishing the development. I have no idea. This is just pure speculation, but hey, at least, you know, we've got it out there. I know Analogue offer a full refund during the pre-order kind of stage, so obviously if you don't want to wait, that option is available for you. However, they are sold out, so if you were to grab a refund, it's unlikely you'll be able to purchase one again. So that's delayed. Then the next thing, Pocket White restock. So anyone that's after an Analog Pocket, honestly, I think the white color and the black color are very nice. Limited edition colors are nice as well. But if you just want to get yourself a vanilla Analog Pocket and you are waiting and you're like, I want to get one, well, they're available right now. Then the next part there, it says Pocket OS and Duo OS firmware updates. We'll have a look at both of them, more kind of focusing on the Pocket here because I have a Pocket. I love the Pocket. The Duo OS, I don't really have one. It's not a machine that ever really appealed to me because I don't really have any. In fact, I don't have any PC Engine hardware. I'm really happy playing that on the Analog Pocket and the Mister. So, but for those that have a Duo, yep, there's a firmware update. And I had a sneak peek. There are some good things in there, in particular one kind of aspect that these guys cover. So next up, please see the full announcement here for details. Okay, we'll check that link. So just kind of going over, one, Analog 3D shipping has been delayed. Number two, Analog Pocket White is back in stock for shipping. Analog Pocket Black and all accessories are in stock and shipping too. So you can get a black or white one and it will ship pretty much immediately. And then at the bottom, point number three, Pocket OS version 2.5 and Duo OS version 1.5 firmware released. So let's now go over. So I think this is the first link over here. And here we can have a look at 3D pre-order FAQ. So Analog 3D was originally available for pre-order at the end of 2024, scheduled to ship Q1 2025. Analog 3D shipping is delayed as of March the 18th, 2025, which is today, and is shipping by July 2025, and hopefully they can stick to July 2025 and there aren't any more unforeseen circumstances. My advice would always be is hope for the best, but just kind of brace yourselves for the worst, just in case something else does pop up and there is a delay that pushes it later into the year. I'm confident that they'll release it in 2025, but hey, anything's possible, right? So they're saying, we are working hard to get your 3D order in hands ASAP and appreciate your patience. If you have an open pre-order, no action is required, right? So no action is required, but obviously you can cancel it. As always, if you'd like to cancel your pre-order at any time, Analog has always had a no questions asked 100% refund policy for pre-orders. So that's kind of all right there, right? If you don't want your money tied up and you're like, no, you know what, I wanted it in March, the option is available for you to get a refund. Got to respect that. So then after that, before shipping your order, we will email you 1 week in advance to ensure we have up-to-date shipping address. You may cancel your order anytime for a full refund before shipment. Okay, so that's cool. So anything else, contact Analog support. Now heading over to their website, having a look at the products page, as you can see, the Analog 3D is currently sold out. So if you did pre-order one, your pre-order is still there, just delayed. Scrolling down, you've got these really nice controllers, and I feel like they're very very decently priced, and I think I'll pick one up. I'm not going to pre-order one or anything. Oh, who knows, maybe I will, because they are available on Amazon. Maybe they're available on amazon.co.uk, but $40, and I bet you in the UK it's going to be £40, which will end up being closer to $50, but that's what happens to us here in the UK. We end up paying the same amount in pounds as in dollars. The only thing is the pound is worth more than a dollar, so we end up paying more. So but either way, it looks like a nice controller, and hopefully I can grab one of those at some point. Then moving down, the Analogue Pocket Black and the Analogue Pocket White are in stock, and I recommend the Analogue Pocket to absolutely anyone and everyone out there. Like we know, delays are inevitable. I know a lot of people are waiting for a Mr. Handheld. I'm one of those people that's waiting for a Mr. Handheld, but the Analogue Pocket is here. It's available, it's in hand. There's lots of ways to, or there's lots of different cores to enjoy on this. The Open FPGA side is amazing. We've got major heavyweight developers like Ortego supporting it. Boogerman's ported a whole bunch of cores over. We've got people like Adam Gastinho that's ported over a whole bunch of cores, as well as some original cores, Obsidian.dev. As well as that, you've got the analog adapters, or even without any adapters, you can run all your Game Boys, right? Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance cartridges on there, guys. Honestly, it's a great system. I use it a lot. I love playing it, especially the Game Boy DMG games on there. But you know what? Yeah, I'm not trying to sell it to you. It's like, I just love the device. So if you're on the fence about it, I love it more than anything for the Game Boy DMG. I do turn on my Game Boy DMG once in a while to get that chunky feel, that nostalgia feel. But honestly, the Analogue Pocket just does a great job, man. The kind of green yellow screen filter on there, fantastic. Love it. And then the accessories below, we've got the dock, the hard case. The hard case, if anyone ever goes for that, for me, that's only if you want to kind of display your Analogue Pocket. It's not, I don't think it's practical for taking around, but if you want to display it, like my cousin's got his one in his little showcase with all his retro handhelds, it's decent for that. But that's not a case to kind of take out and about with you. And all the rest of the accessories, adapters, the free pack over here, which I think is PC Engine, Atari Links, and is it Game Gear? Oh, I can't even remember that. Yeah, so maybe Game Gear, Atari Links, and PC Engine. So right, okay, what we're doing down here? Okay, oh, so it's a Game Gear separate. I can't remember the pack of 3 actually. Let's give that a click. Okay, so Neo Geo Pocket. That's what I was forgetting. So Neo Geo Pocket Color, Atari Links, and Turbo Graphics, which I know is the PC Engine, and the Game Gear one is separate. So there's 4 adapter sets. The link cable. You know what? I bought one of these. I haven't even tried it out yet, man. I need to try it out, man. I like it. I like doing some multiplayer Game Boy gaming. Right, so if you do want to get yourself an Analogue Duo in black or white, or the USA and the Japanese version, I guess based on the PC Engine and the Turbo Graphics, they are available to buy to $49.99. And I really do like this pad. I've got one of these 8-bit doll ones. I've actually got an original PC Engine pad as well that a friend of mine got me from Japan. I need to hook up, I need to wire or attach it via snack, and actually use it at some point. I still haven't. Right, okay, so let's go up to the next one over here. Okay, so this is interesting now. So we are now on firmware 2.5. Honestly, I got back from work and I haven't actually even updated yet, but the notes are looking good on this, right? So 2.5. Okay, so when it comes to some bug fixing for the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, fix the bug with the backup save export that is generated when making save states. Okay, so something affected you that has been fixed. For the TurboGrafx 16, added several missing HU cards to the library, fixed timing compatibility bug affecting some official and unofficial HU cards, fixed reset bug on unofficial HU cards. Okay, so those guys using the adapters out there, there's some things you may like and benefit from. Nanoloop fixed ghost note playback. I've never really used that, but I know it's a decent bit of software. So on the dock, okay, this is really good now. So added support, because the Analogue Pocket supports a number of controllers, but it's nice to see more compatibility added now. So the dock now supports the Nintendo Switch Online, the Genesis and Mega Drive controller. So you know, if you want to play the Genesis or Mega Drive core, you can use the Switch Online Bluetooth controller with that. Hey, yeah, a decent choice to play. I use a number of controllers with it. So added support for the Switch NES Famicom controllers as well. Then this one down here, added support for Buffalo Classic USB pad. I don't know what that is, but hey, if you got a Buffalo, you might want to try this out. Then what have we got here? Added support for some, okay, this is really cool. Added support for some later Wii Remote Plus controllers. Okay, for anyone wondering, the Wii Remote Plus is the one with the Motion Plus built in. So I'm actually wondering now whether you can use a normal Wii controller with the Motion Plus attachment. That's how it kind of first came out, and then you had a normal Wii controller that had the Motion Plus built in. I think I've got one with it built in, and I've got a few with the actual attachment and everything on this. So that's interesting. I wonder if that can be used in new and fun ways. I mean, I can't imagine sticking the Wii sensor on top of your Analogue Pocket and then, I don't know, playing like a light gun game with your Wiimote. But hey, you know what? Crazier things have happened. Okay, so what we got next after that? So fixed button mapping for Switch Joy-Cons and Switch SNES N64 controllers. Next down, we got fixed various 8-bit though controllers when connected via USB. The M30, great controller. I've got 2.4 gigahertz one. That's one I use a lot for arcade games. The N30 2.4 gigahertz. Then we got a SN30, again 2.4 gigahertz, 02, and the Micro. Okay, the Micro I think is the really tiny one. Then we got fixed PS4 controller home button bug when connected via USB. Okay, interesting. And then fixed occasional crash when attempting to pair controllers. Okay, haven't experienced that myself, but hey, if you did, there's a fix there for it. Then the final one here, fixed reconnecting pairing of Bluetooth LE controllers that had been paired to other devices. Okay, so some really nice stuff there with controllers. And just a kind of reminder down there for controllers that don't have a menu button, the menu can be opened by pressing select and down. Okay, and what's down here? Original display modes can be cycled through. Okay, so that's just a reminder of the normal stuff. So let's have a look at this final kind of thing over here. So this is the Geo, right? And there's a firmware update for that. And it's got exactly the same controller update as well. So all the compatibility that the Pocket got, this has gotten as well. So having a look at the other stuff. So with the OS, fixed single buffered sync mode being forgotten on power off. And then we've got added several missing hue cards to the library. Fixed timing compatibility bug affecting some official and unofficial hue cards, and fixed reset bug on unofficial hue cards. So that was exactly the same as the Pocket got with the adapters, and that is what we have got for the Duo. And again, for the controllers, exactly the same, and just some information out there. So the big takeaway here, is, yeah, the Analogue 3D has been delayed. I know this is going to upset some people more than others. In all honesty, I'm extremely happy with the N64 core we have on the Mr. FPGA. The games that I want to play all work brilliantly on there, but hey, you know what, the Analogue 3D, for all you guys there with original hardware, I know it will be a great device. So hold tight guys, hopefully you guys will be playing that in summer. And then after that, we've got the Analogue Pockets, white and black, all accessories, and the Analogue Duo in stock. And for me, the big thing here is the firmware update. And the main thing being for me is the ability to use other controllers with it, controllers that weren't supported before. That's nice because there is a whole heap of controllers that have become compatible with this, right? So that's really cool. So that's it for this video, guys. Most of you guys would have got this from the tweet, but it is fun going over this together. But that's it, guys. Quick midweek video. Be absolutely awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.